Hello and welcome to the Scoreboard, where we'll be looking at what the 1998 Eurovision Song Contest results would have looked like had there been an equal split between televotes and jury votes. As you know, the 1998 Eurovision Song Contest was held by the BBC in Birmingham, and it was the first Eurovision to have televoting en masse. Now, of course, the previous year, RTE used televoting in their contest in Dublin, but only for 5 countries. This year, all countries, apart from Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Turkey used a televote. Those 4 countries used jury instead. However, online there's research, and a website rather, that has what 9 countries' backup juries would have voted for. Backup juries, of course, being juries used in the event that there were any problems with the televote. They weren't used, but the respective televotes were used for those countries. These countries being Greece, France, Spain, Israel, Germany, Cyprus, Sweden, Finland, and Norway. On my scoreboard, 12 countries will use televote data, and 12 countries will use jury data. Jury data coming from Greece, France, Spain, Germany, Cyprus, Sweden, Finland, and Norway. Israel will have a hybrid set of results calculated. So the first country we are going to is Croatia. We are moving over to Zagreb for the results of the Croatian televote. Spain, 1 point. Espagne, 1 point. Ireland, 2 points. Finland, 2 points. Slovenia, 3 points. Slovenia, 3 points. Cyprus, 4 points. Chypre, 4 points. Turkey, 5 points. Turkey, 5 points. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, 6 points. L'ex-République Yougoslave de Macédoine, 6 points. Malta, 7 points. Malte, 7 points. Slovakia, 8 points. Slovakie, 8 points. The Netherlands, 10 points. Les Pays-Bas, 10 points. And finally, the United Kingdom, 12 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 12 points. So as you can see, the United Kingdom's in the lead with 12 points, then followed by the Netherlands, Slovakia, Malta, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, Turkey, Cyprus, and Slovenia. We're now moving over to Athens for the results of the Greek jury. Romania, 1 point. Romanie, 1 point. Croatia, 2 points. Croatie, 2 points. Slovakia, 3 points. Slovakie, 3 points. Slovenia, 4 points. Slovenie, 4 points. Norway, 5 points. Norvège, 5 points. Malta, 6 points. Malte, 6 points. The Netherlands, 7 points. Les Pays-Bas, 7 points. The United Kingdom, 8 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 8 points. Ireland, 10 points. Finland, 10 points. And finally, Cyprus, 12 points. Chypre, 12 points. So as you can see, the United Kingdom still in the lead, if only by 3 points. United Kingdom at 20, with the Netherlands at 17, and Cyprus very close by with 16. Then followed by Malta on 13, Ireland on 12, Slovakia on 11, Slovenia on 7, and the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia on 6. Nous allons à Paris et voici le résultat du jury français. Hongrie, 1 point. Hungary, 1 point. Suède, 2 points. Sweden, 2 points. Chypre, 3 points. Cyprus, 3 points. Belgique, 4 points. Belgium, 4 points. Romanie, 5 points. Romania, 5 points. Israel, 6 points. Israel, 6 points. Finland, 7 points. Ireland, 7 points. Portugal, 8 points. Portugal, 8 points. Les Pays-Bas, 10 points. The Netherlands, 10 points. And finally, pour terminer, le Royaume-Uni, 12 points. The United Kingdom, 12 points. So you can see the second set of 12 points for the United Kingdom, but the Netherlands also doing well. The United Kingdom followed by the Netherlands, only 5 points behind. Cyprus and Ireland tied 3rd place, with Malta in 5th, Slovakia in 6th, Portugal in 7th, and Slovenia in 8th. We're now moving over to Madrid for the results of the Spanish jury. The Netherlands 1 point, Les Pays-Bas 1 point. Ireland 2 points, Nederland 2 points. Sweden 3 points, La Suède 3 points. The United Kingdom 4 points, Le Royaume-Uni 4 points. Poland 5 points, Pologne 5 points. Belgium 6 points, Belgique 6 points. Portugal 7 points, Portugal 7 points. Cyprus 8 points, Chypre 8 points. Croatia 10 points, Croatie 10 points. And finally, Malta 12 points, Malte 12 points. So you can see the United Kingdom is now a whole 8 points above the Netherlands. Oh, it's still very, very early days. Many countries yet to call, with Cyprus in 3rd, Malta in 4th, Ireland in 5th, Portugal in 6th, Croatia in 7th, and Slovakia in 8th. We're now moving over to Zurich for the results of the Swiss televote. Norway 1 point, Norvège 1 point. Ireland 2 points, Nederland 2 points. The United Kingdom 3 points, Le Royaume-Uni 3 points. Belgium 4 points, Belgique 4 points. Croatia 5 points, Croatie 5 points. Spain 6 points, Espagne 6 points. The Netherlands 7 points, Les Pays-Bas 7 points. Malta 8 points, Malte 8 points. Israel 10 points, Israël 10 points. And finally, Germany 12 points, Allemagne 12 points. So we're 5 countries in and the United Kingdom still in the lead, albeit it's been cut. 39 points is the lead. The Netherlands, 2nd place with 35, Malta in 3rd with 33, followed by Cyprus on 27, Ireland on 23, Croatia on 17, Israel on 16, and Portugal on 15. We're now moving over to Bratislava for the results of the Slovak jury. The United Kingdom 1 point, Le Royaume-Uni 1 point. Portugal 2 points, Portugal 2 points. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia 3 points, l'ex-République Yougoslave de Macédoine 3 points. Ireland 4 points, Nederland 4 points. Cyprus 5 points, Chypre 5 points. The Netherlands 6 points, Les Pays-Bas 6 points. Belgium 7 points, Belgique 7 points. Estonia 8 points, l'Estonie 8 points. Croatia 10 points, Croatie 10 points. And finally, Malta 12 points, Malte 12 points. For what I think is Malta's second set of 12 points, but that's pushed them into the lead. The Netherlands 4 points behind on 41, and the United Kingdom has slipped down into 3rd place. Cyprus in 4th, Ireland and Croatia tied for 5th, Belgium in 7th, and Portugal in 8th. We're now moving over to Warsaw for the results of the Polish televote. Estonia 1 point, l'Estonie 1 point. Ireland 2 points, Nederland 2 points. Sweden 3 points, La Suède 3 points. Norway 4 points, Norvège 4 points. The Netherlands 5 points, Les Pays-Bas 5 points. Croatia 6 points, Croatie 6 points. The United Kingdom 7 points, Le Royaume-Uni 7 points. Malta 8 points, Malte 8 points. Israel 10 points, Israël 10 points. And finally, Belgium 12 points, Belgique 12 points. So we can see Malta still in the lead. The United Kingdom has come back a bit into second place. The Netherlands slipped a bit into third, with Belgium and Croatia tying for fourth, Cyprus in sixth, Ireland in seventh, and Israel in eighth. We're now moving over to Jerusalem for the results of the Israeli televote and jury. Spain 1 point, Espagne 1 point. Norway 2 points, Norvège 2 points. Portugal 3 points, Portugal 3 points. Ireland 4 points, l'Irlande 4 points. The Netherlands 5 points, les Pays-Bas 5 points. Romania 6 points, Roumanie 6 points. Malta 7 points, Malte 7 points. Croatia 8 points, Croatie 8 points. The United Kingdom 10 points, le Royaume-Uni 10 points. And finally, Belgium 12 points, Belgique 12 points. So you can see Malta still clinging on to the lead, if only by 3 points. Then the Netherlands in third, and they're followed by Belgium, Croatia, Ireland, Cyprus, and Israel. We're now moving over to Hamburg for the results of the German jury. Israel 1 point, Israel 1 point. France 2 points, La France 2 points. Portugal 3 points, Portugal 3 points. Norway 4 points, Norvège 4 points. The United Kingdom 5 points, le Royaume-Uni 5 points. Ireland 6 points, l'Irlande 6 points. Sweden 7 points, le Suède 7 points. Belgium 8 points, Belgique 8 points. The Netherlands 10 points, les Pays-Bas 10 points. And finally, Malta 12 points, Malte 12 points. So Malta stretching their lead, they're now 10 points ahead of the United Kingdom, with the Netherlands in a very close third, Belgium in fourth, Croatia in fifth, Ireland in sixth, Cyprus in seventh, and Israel in eighth. Now with Malta in the lead, it's only fair that we now go to Valletta to find out the results of the Maltese televote. Cyprus 1 point, Chypre 1 point. Portugal 2 points, Portugal 2 points. Belgium 3 points, Belgique 3 points. Sweden 4 points, le Suède 4 points. Norway 5 points, Norvège 5 points. Ireland 6 points, l'Irlande 6 points. The Netherlands 7 points, les Pays-Bas 7 points. The United Kingdom 8 points, le Royaume-Uni 8 points. Croatia 10 points, Croatie 10 points. And finally, Israel 12 points, Israel 12 points. So despite having voted, Malta are still in the lead, albeit with their lead cut. There's 10 juries gone, 15 to go. Malta 72, the United Kingdom on 70, the Netherlands on 68, very close to the top. Then you follow on with Belgium with 56, Croatia with 51, Ireland with 45, Israel with 39, and Cyprus with 33. We're now moving over to Budapest, where the Hungarian jury are stationed. Cyprus 1 point, Chypre 1 point. Poland 2 points, Pologne 2 points. Belgium 3 points, Belgique 3 points. Estonia 4 points, l'Estonie 4 points. Norway 5 points, Norvège 5 points. Ireland 6 points, l'Irlande 6 points. Malta 7 points, Malte 7 points. Sweden, 8 points. La Suède, 8 points. The United Kingdom, 10 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 10 points. And finally, the Netherlands, 12 points. Le Pays-Bas, 12 points. So we can see United Kingdom and the Netherlands tying for the lead with 80 points. Malta just one behind with 79. Very, very close at the top. 1 point separates the top three. They're followed by Belgium some way behind, and then Ireland and Croatia tying for 5th, Israel in 7th, Cyprus in 8th. We're now moving over to Ljubljana for the results of the Slovenian televote. Ireland, 1 point. Leland, 1 point. Estonia, 2 points. L'Estonie, 2 points. Malta, 3 points. Malte, 3 points. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, 4 points. L'ex-République Yougoslave de Macédoine, 4 points. The United Kingdom, 5 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 5 points. Belgium, 6 points. Belgique, 6 points. Israel, 7 points. Israël, 7 points. Germany, 8 points. Allemagne, 8 points. Norway, 10 points. Norvège, 10 points. And finally, Croatia, 12 points. Croatie, 12 points. So 12 points for Croatia there, but the United Kingdom are back in the lead. Then Malta in 2nd, the Netherlands in 3rd, Belgium in 4th, Croatia in 5th, Ireland in 6th, Israel in 7th, and Norway in 8th. There's 5 points in it between the top three. I'm going to move swiftly on to the Irish televote results from Dublin. Estonia, 1 point. L'Estonie, 1 point. Sweden, 2 points. La Suède, 2 points. Croatia, 3 points. Croatie, 3 points. Norway, 4 points. Norvège, 4 points. The United Kingdom, 5 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 5 points. Israel, 6 points. Israël, 6 points. Belgium, 7 points. Belgique, 7 points. Germany, 8 points. Allemagne, 8 points. The Netherlands, 10 points. Les Pays-Bas, 10 points. And finally, Malta, 12 points. Malte, 12 points. Now, Ireland really didn't help their closest neighbours there by only giving them 5 points, slipping them down a bit to 2nd place. They gave their 12 to Malta and it's pushed them into the lead. The United Kingdom are, of course, tying for 2nd place with the Netherlands. There's only 4 points in it between the top three. Then we have Belgium in 4th, Croatia in 5th, Ireland and Israel tying for 6th, and Norway in 8th. Half the jury's down, half yet to come. But first of all, we're going over to Lisbon for the results of the Portuguese televote. Ireland, 1 point. Leland, 1 point. Croatia, 2 points. Croatie, 2 points. Norway, 3 points. Norvège, 3 points. Cyprus, 4 points. Chypre, 4 points. Malta, 5 points. Malte, 5 points. The United Kingdom, 6 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 6 points. The Netherlands, 7 points. Les Pays-Bas, 7 points. Belgium, 8 points. Belgique, 8 points. Germany, 10 points. Allemagne, 10 points. And finally, Israel, 12 points. Israel, 12 points. So we can see Malta in the lead with 99. The Netherlands, 2 behind, 97. And the United Kingdom, 1 behind that in 3rd place with 96. 3 points in it between the top three. Very, very close. They're followed by Belgium, Croatia, Israel, Ireland and Norway. We're now moving over to Bucharest for the results of the Romanian jury. Hungary 1 point, Longri, 1 point. Turkey 2 points, Turkey, 2 points. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia 3 points, Lex Republique Yugoslav de Macédoine, 3 points. Cyprus 4 points, Chypre, 4 points. Slovenia 5 points, Slovenie, 5 points. Germany 6 points, Allemagne, 6 points. Israel 7 points, Israël, 7 points. Ireland 8 points, l'Irlande, 8 points. Poland 10 points, Pologne, 10 points. And finally, the United Kingdom 12 points, le Royaume-Uni, 12 points. So that set of 12 points has pushed the United Kingdom back into the lead, 9 points above Malta, who are on 99, the United Kingdom, of course, 108. They're followed by the Netherlands on 97, Belgium on 80, Israel on 71, Croatia on 68, Ireland on 61, and Germany on 44. 15 countries have given their results, 10 yet to come, the first of them being the televote of the United Kingdom, and we go to London to receive these. Sweden 1 point, le Suède, 1 point. Croatia 2 points, Croatie, 2 points. Cyprus 3 points, Chypre, 3 points. Norway 4 points, Norvège, 4 points. Israel 5 points, Israël, 5 points. Germany 6 points, Allemagne, 6 points. Belgium 7 points, Belgique, 7 points. Ireland 8 points, l'Irlande, 8 points. The Netherlands 10 points, les Pays-Bas, 10 points. And finally, Malta 12 points, Malte, 12 points. So by the looks of the results, the United Kingdom televotes had a bit of a foot shooting exercise there. Their 12 points of Malta has pushed them back into the lead, slinking the United Kingdom down to second place. And the Netherlands aren't far behind on third. They're followed by Belgium, Israel, Croatia, Ireland, and Germany. Now, of course, there's only 4 points in it between the top four. But we're going to move swiftly on to Nicosia for the results of the Cyprus jury. Germany 1 point, Allemagne 1 point. Malta 2 points, Malte 2 points. Croatia 3 points, Croatie 3 points. Belgium 4 points, Belgique 4 points. Greece 5 points, la Grèce 5 points. France 6 points, la France 6 points. Finland 7 points, Finland 7 points. Ireland 8 points, l'Irlande 8 points. Israel 10 points, Israël 10 points. And finally, the United Kingdom 12 points, le Royaume-Uni 12 points. So you can see the United Kingdom back into the lead, 7 points above their closest challengers, Malta. Malta being 6 points above third place, the Netherlands. They're followed by Belgium in fourth, Israel in fifth, Ireland in sixth, Croatia in seventh, and Germany in eighth. We're now moving over to Hilversum for the results of the Netherlands televote. Turkey 1 point, Turkey 1 point. Estonia 2 points, l'Estonie 2 points. Norway 3 points, Norvège 3 points. Croatia 4 points, Croatie 4 points. Sweden 5 points, le Suède 5 points. Israel 6 points, Israël 6 points. The United Kingdom, 7 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 7 points. Malta, 8 points. Malte, 8 points. Belgium, 10 points. Belgique, 10 points. And finally, Germany, 12 points. Allemagne, 12 points. So you can see the United Kingdom's in the lead, but they're followed very closely, only by 6 points by Malta. The Netherlands slipping slightly back in their third place, but that's understandable given that it was their voting turn now. Belgium in fourth, Israel in fifth, Ireland and Croatia tying for sixth, and Germany in eighth. We're now moving over to Malmo for the results of the Swedish jury. Hungary, 1 point. Longry, 1 point. Slovenia, 2 points. Sloveni, 2 points. Estonia, 3 points. Lestoni, 3 points. Croatia, 4 points. Croatie, 4 points. Poland, 5 points. Pologne, 5 points. France, 6 points. La France, 6 points. Israel, 7 points. Israel, 7 points. Ireland, 8 points. L'Irlande, 8 points. The United Kingdom, 10 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 10 points. And finally, the Netherlands, 12 points. Les Pays-Bas, 12 points. So that makes the situation all the more safer for the United Kingdom. They're now 16 points ahead of their nearest challengers, Malta. And then the Netherlands, 2 points behind Malta. Though it's still close, the United Kingdom can still be caught. They're followed by Belgium, Israel, Ireland, Croatia and Germany. Nous allons à Bruxelles et voici le résultat de televote belge. Portugal, 1 point. Portugal, 1 point. Chypre, 2 points. Cyprus, 2 points. Espagne, 3 points. Spain, 3 points. Norvège, 4 points. Norway, 4 points. Croatie, 5 points. Croatia, 5 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 6 points. The United Kingdom, 6 points. Allemagne, 7 points. Germany, 7 points. Malte, 8 points. Malta, 8 points. Israël, 10 points. Israel, 10 points. Et pour terminer, les Pays-Bas, 12 points. The Netherlands, 12 points. So I think that's the second consecutive set to 12 for the Netherlands. It's done very well for them because they're only 12 points behind the leaders, so they can still catch the United Kingdom. And Malta slipping back a bit, still doing very well. Got the United Kingdom on 143, the Netherlands on 131, Malta on 129, Israel on 109, Belgium on 101, Croatia on 86, Ireland on 85, and Germany on 70. There are 20 countries down, 5 yet to come. The first of those is Finland, and we're moving over to Helsinki, where the Finnish jury is stationed. Norway, 1 point. Norvège, 1 point. Portugal, 2 points. Portugal, 2 points. Estonia, 3 points. L'Estonie, 3 points. Slovenia, 4 points. Slovenie, 4 points. Croatia, 5 points. Croatie, 5 points. The Netherlands, 6 points. Les Pays-Bas, 6 points. Sweden, 7 points. Le Suède, 7 points. The United Kingdom, 8 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 8 points. France, 10 points. La France, 10 points. And finally, Ireland, 12 points. L'Irlande, 12 points. So we can see the United Kingdom stretching a bit further ahead of the Netherlands, not by much though, but they're still in the lead. The Netherlands still in second place, Malta in third. They're now followed by Israel in fourth, Belgium in fifth, Ireland in sixth, Croatia in seventh, and Germany in eighth. We're now moving over to Oslo for the results of the Norwegian jury. Cyprus, 1 point, Chypre, un point. Croatia, 2 points, Croatie, 2 points. Ireland, 3 points, Finland, 3 points. Portugal, 4 points, Portugal, 4 points. Finland, 5 points, Finland, 5 points. The United Kingdom, 6 points, le Royaume-Uni, 6 points. Germany, 7 points, Allemagne, 7 points. Sweden, 8 points, le Suède, 8 points. The Netherlands, 10 points, le Pays-Bas, 10 points. And finally, France, 12 points, la France, 12 points. So the United Kingdom still in the lead, albeit by 10 points to the Netherlands. So the United Kingdom's 157 and the Netherlands on 147. Then followed by Malta on 129, Israel on 109, Belgium on 101, Ireland with 100, Croatia with 93, and Germany with 77. We now move over to Tallinn for the results of the Estonian televote. Germany, 1 point, Allemagne, 1 point. Ireland, 2 points, Finland, 2 points. Croatia, 3 points, Croatie, 3 points. Norway, 4 points, Norvège, 4 points. Malta, 5 points, Malte, 5 points. Belgium, 6 points, Belgique, 6 points. Israel, 7 points, Israël, 7 points. The United Kingdom, 8 points, le Royaume-Uni, 8 points. Finland, 10 points, Finland, 10 points. And finally, Sweden, 12 points, le Suède, 12 points. So you can see there were no points there to the Netherlands, which means that the United Kingdom stretched ever further ahead, 18 points between the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. However, there's 2 countries to go. If Turkey and Macedonia give nothing to the United Kingdom, but if they both give 12 to the Netherlands, or something similar to that to the Netherlands, then the United Kingdom might come second, and the Netherlands might win this. Although as current, the United Kingdom's in the lead with 165, and the Netherlands is second with 147. Still, either of those can win it, as I've said. Malta in third, Israel in fourth, Belgium in fifth, Ireland in sixth, Croatia in seventh, and Germany in eighth. We're now moving over to Ankara for the results of the Turkish jury. Belgium, 1 point, Belgique, 1 point. Sweden, 2 points, le Suède, 2 points. Slovenia, 3 points, Slovénie, 3 points. Croatia, 4 points, Croatie, 4 points. Israel, 5 points, Israël, 5 points. Portugal, 6 points, Portugal, 6 points. The Netherlands, 7 points, le Pays-Bas, 7 points. Ireland, 8 points, Finland, 8 points. Malta, 10 points, Malte, 10 points. And finally, the United Kingdom, 12 points, le Royaume-Uni, 12 points. I think that wraps it up. The United Kingdom definitely won this. There's only one jury to go, and there's more than 12 points in it between the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. So the United Kingdom won this, but there's still one more country to go. They're followed by the Netherlands in second, Malta in third, Israel in fourth, Ireland in fifth, Belgium in sixth, Croatia in seventh, and Germany in eighth. The final country we're going to is the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. So moving over to Skopje for the results of the Macedonian televote. Finland, 1 point, Finland, 1 point. France, 2 points. La France, 2 points. The Netherlands, 3 points. Les Pays-Bas, 3 points. Portugal, 4 points. Portugal, 4 points. Turkey, 5 points. Turkey, 5 points. Belgium, 6 points. Belgique, 6 points. Ireland, 7 points. L'Irlande, 7 points. Israel, 8 points. Israël, 8 points. The United Kingdom, 10 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 10 points. And finally, Croatia, 12 points. Croatie, 12 points. That wraps it up. Croatia get the final 12. And the United Kingdom have, despite the very close contest, finished a whole 30 points ahead of runners-up Netherlands. It's a very close contest. I think you'll agree with that statement. So, the United Kingdom in the lead, having won it with 187 points. The Netherlands in second with 157. Malta with 144 in third place. Israel in fourth with 129. And then they're followed by Ireland in fifth with 117. Belgium in sixth with 114. Croatia in seventh with 112. Germany in eighth with 78. And for completion of the top 10, Sweden in ninth with 64. And Norway in 10th with 59. And the full scoreboard here has the rest of the rankings. And unfortunately, Switzerland finished the voting with no points. So this has been the 1998 Eurovision Scoreboard for Birmingham with the 50-50 split, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.